There are 2 minutes left. A person you hold in high regard who is currently in paradise has urgently requested that you open this. Please, my dear child, pause for a moment. Take a deep inhale. It is not a coincidence that you are currently reading this message. Something wonderful is about to enter your life in just 2 minutes. Furthermore, someone who held you in high regard and is now in paradise is making every effort to contact you. It's been 1 hour since last night. In dreams and signals you failed to notice. It unexpectedly caused me to shiver. Currently, they want me and my angels to be their spokespersons. As a result, it is critical that you remain vigilant, youngster. This is the message they want to convey to your spirit. They are still present. Not really. Assuming that love is eternal, changes happen. It becomes more luminous. It transforms into security, a gentle breeze, a startling recollection. Their radiance is currently enveloping you like a cloud. They're aware of your distress. They were the only ones who witnessed your tears. They listened as you spoke to the sky, hoping that someone would hear you. Yes, they heard you. They have consistently exhibited this behavior. My darling, they are expressing this quickly. You are about to discover something significant. However, you must first perform a minor maneuver. Allow your emotions to reopen. They observed you closing it. They noticed you becoming more resilient. Nonetheless, they are now pleading with you. Avoid remaining numb. Avoid obsessing about hypothetical scenarios. You were never isolated. Not at that time. Not at this time. It is not just a message. It seems that God has intervened. There was a reason it had to reach you at this time. Because there is only so much time left, something is changing. Someone is conversing in the background of your life. It refers to the person you loved who has since died. They want you to release your remorse by forgiving yourself. Avoid revisiting that day because you know you should have done something differently. They would like to inform you that they were in good health at the time of their departure. They were in love at the time they left. They grinned as they transferred your name to the world beyond. Your actions were enough. You were sufficient. They are currently assisting you from the opposite side. They are aware of the events that will occur to you. They are aware of your ambitions, even things you didn't say aloud. They are now conversing in a murmur. It's almost here. However, it is critical that you stay prepared. It is critical that you regain your faith as it is approaching. My guardian angels are now present in your vicinity. They've got their palms on your shoulders. And if you remain remarkably still, you may be able to detect the exact moment the person enters the room. The present moment is that time. Yes, there is a star in the heavens. Allow yourself to feel it in your heart. You may experience prickling sensations all over your body. It is possible that your eyes will moisten, so the sensation you are experiencing is not a result of your imagination. It entails engaging in conversation with others. Now, my child, listen carefully. In the coming days, an unusual and sacred event will take place. They will be brought to your attention by an unexpected thought. A song, a book line, or a smell. They're informing you that I'm still present. Please be cautious. Avoid discussing it or the subject at all. They helped you to demonstrate something. It was a transformation, revelation, or miracle. In reality, a miracle is about to occur. However, it is no longer necessary to flee from the signs. They want you to be honest and not delay your recovery. Fall in love with a new person without hesitation and take risks that seem too good to be true. Because of their inferior quality, they want you to be aware that they are solutions. They remained in love even after they left Earth. These people have been with you since that time. It appears that your emotions have turned into prayers. An apparition recorded your anxieties. They know the person you're dreaming about. Yes, that person. Additionally, they want you to stop waiting for your turn to be chosen. You've already been selected. Choose yourself, my child, and dove. It is not solely focused on the past. It pertains to the next stage of your existence. A gentle shouting sound comes from the heavens. You should not avoid it out of fear of experiencing emotions again. You are now secure. Heaven is watching. It carries your name. The steps are being demonstrated to you. Be cautious. Furthermore, if your heart is experiencing an unusual sensation as you read this, it is a sign that the divine is currently influencing you. Furthermore, my child, I require you to take steps to ensure the permanence of this divine influence in your life. Before reading the rest of this message, please click the like icon. Not just a gesture, but an act of worship. Because by doing so, you are informing heaven that you are open to this contact. I am prepared for the events that are about to occur in my life. I'm not interested in that. Turning opens the door to God's favor, which is already on its way to you. It is your confirmation of the miracle that calls to you. Execute the action immediately. Allow your thumb to symbolize your faith. Also, observe the sky's reaction to your bravery. Initially, fire and then navigate. Please listen to this. This message contains a timestamp from heaven, indicating that you are currently being roused from delay and into divine alignment. Take that into consideration. Not all is lost. Not every item is defective. Certain things are becoming more sacred, including your life. It is not located behind you. It is located directly in front of you. Glows. Hold on. Please refrain from proceeding. If you believe this message is for you, please subscribe immediately. This is how the angels will continue to convey divine messages to you. Do not leave without maintaining communication. There is someone in paradise who wishes to maintain a connection with you. Now, here's what paradise wants you to know about this moment. When you click subscribe, you are not simply following a channel. You are growing in your relationship with God and fulfilling the prophetic prophecies that have been made for your life. You inform the spirit world, and I communicate with God's words. I'm preparing for the next word, sign, or confirmation, which will help me decide what to do next. Subscription isn't a button. This is a pledge. The voice of heaven is urging you to keep it audible in your life. Complete the task immediately, youngster. Your subscription should serve as a mechanism to keep you in sync with God's timing. You may not be able to recall that moment right now. It's possible you're skeptical. As a result, they want you to remember this information, stay engaged, and subscribe so that the next message arrives when it should. Simply for amusement. This is unsuitable for you. It improves one's morale. Please listen once more. Confirmations will begin within 72 hours. A name, a letter, a dream, or a private visit may serve as the signal you need. You will feel an unparalleled sense of calm. Avoid disregarding anomalies. The unusual is sacred. You are becoming aware. They have been attempting to inform you for several days. Refrain from looking back. I'm currently in good health. In addition, I want you to be healthy. Love has returned. Please revisit your fantasies. Regain your faith. You're not behind schedule. You are punctual. However, the gate to this message will close for the day in just 2 minutes in the spirit. If you continue to navigate past this, you will miss heaven's offerings. Are you willing to walk me through it? They are not currently weeping with sorrow. It is freedom because they have finally expressed everything they had wanted to say for a long time. They're aware that you heard them. Finally, now take a deep inhalation. Inhale deeply to capture the tranquility of their presence. Their smile will make your heart beat faster. Constantly feel their affection. Keep in mind that the people you love will never truly disappear. They have recently undergone a transformation, so they are capable of consistently guiding you. And before you forget, before this moment fades away, let me remind you of an internal force you've been attempting to suppress. That was an excruciatingly painful experience. When you feel an unexpected sense of protection. You cannot simply recall that. This is the essence of being present. The person you lost is reaching through the veil, murmuring, "I see you. You're being heard. I've never departed. You've been transporting a massive amount of weight. I've seen your ability to smile in the presence of others, but you crumble into silence when no one is around. They have also observed it. It is disheartening for them to know that you still believe you are alone in this world. You're not. Someone from paradise is currently holding your hand, so you are not facing this life alone. Wrapped in my light, their essence is present alongside you. And they keep repeating the same thing to your spirit. Don't quit at this time. You're now more accessible than ever. Are you experiencing an emotional surge? The unexpected emotion that appeared out of nowhere? It is not coming from outside sources. There's a sacred awakening. As a result of the divine circumstances in which this message was written. This sentence was precisely what you needed. These are the exact lines. They are not only intended to provide solace. They are a phone contact. A key to a hidden treasure within you that has been sealed for an extended period of time. A sacred object. The person you adored and ultimately lost. They are not asking you to relinquish control. They are requesting that you allow light in. To allow the return of mirth. Allow yourself to dream without worrying that it will vanish. In addition, they are attempting to convey another message. A person about whom you are unsure. The person who occupies your mind. I am also watching them. I'm assisting in the direction of that situation. Avoid haste. Refrain from running. Allow the heavens to fulfill their duties. Child, you are so close to something you cannot comprehend at this time. And as you question your path, heaven is preparing for your breakthrough. Heaven is preparing the miracle you have stopped requesting. Do not underestimate the activities that take place in the background. God and angels are moving mountains for you as you sleep, weep, and scroll through videos to make you feel less alone. Furthermore, the person you care about, whom you thought was dead, is part of the strategy. Certainly, you read it correctly. They are involved in your upcoming chapter. Did you think they would overlook it? You believed you would be forced to complete the entire journey without them. However, they will be present in ways that are currently beyond your comprehension. They will celebrate each time you succeed. They will lift you every time you fall. And when you eventually meet someone who truly deserves your affection, they will gently whisper, "Say yes." But for now, you must give in to your own desires. To the healing process, to the act of moving, and to refusing to shut down simply because it is painful to do so. You are a living infant, so vibrant. Try it all. That is the point at which the divine's presence becomes most visible in your vulnerability. Even your suffering is holy in its vulnerability, as it demonstrates your deep love. Love of this nature is eternal. It is critical that you understand this reality. The reason you were drawn to this message was not solely spiritual. It's foretelling. You're currently being prepared. Prepare for an exchange that will change everything. Be prepared for an unexpected visit. Be prepared for an emotional release that you were unaware you needed. I must inform you of this immediately because heaven has indicated that it cannot be postponed. There is someone who has been concealing the truth. Furthermore, you will receive communication from them. Divine orchestration, not accident. The time is rapidly approaching, however, you must remain vigilant. Don't overlook it. Do not allow grief to obstruct the bounties. Avoid allowing fear to obscure the indicators. You have been incredibly resilient for an extended period of time. It's time to let yourself have a tender heart. Accept the process of receiving. There is one additional item. Do not flee from the next person who evokes feelings of calm. Do not question it. That tranquility confirms your arrival and serves as a gentle reminder from above that your time has arrived. Do you understand my message? Heaven is realigning itself in your favor. And your name, your beautiful, sacred name that has been worn in conflict, was spoken this morning in front of an angelic audience. They gathered, and the person you lost was among them. And they said, "That individual is my person." Help them recover. Rekindle their faith. Assist them to stand. Rise up, child. It is critical that you attend when summoned, rather than because you are ready. You are being called to a higher purpose, a change far greater than you could have ever imagined, and happiness. This anguish will not shape your identity. The story continues. Furthermore, the upcoming events will make each unanswered supplication appear to be a mere prelude. This message is sacred. Yes, but you are as well. The healing that you receive is sacred. Your optimism is returning. Currently, they are singing about your existence with the person you miss. Now take a deep inhalation. Close your eyes and say softly, "I am not alone. I'm surrounded by it. I'm unharmed. I am prepared." As you are, the things you thought were lost are about to resurface, and they will be even more magnificent than you imagined. Then, my beloved child, pay attention, because the message is still being conveyed. There is an additional component. The portion they requested that I personally deliver to your spirit. They begged me, if you can only provide them with one thing, let it be clarity. May there be peace. Let it be a realization that we are not divided but transformed. I've now infused that into your spirit. This environment made you forget. It occupies your time. It led you to believe that silence lacked meaning. Yet I am here to remind you that silence is abundant. It is filled with the murmurs of those you have loved. It is full of messages from me. It reverberates with the chirping of angels sent to accompany you when you're feeling frail. Your soul misses the person who has passed away. They did not leave in agony. They departed peacefully. They were aware that you would remain in the area and were curious if they could hear me. The response is affirmative. There's always an asterisk. They were aware of your tears that night, despite your inability to express them. They felt your presence when you whispered their name into your pillow. When you expressed your desire to stay in the country, they replied, "I am." I am allowing them to communicate via this message because there are no more tomorrows to regret. Only the present moment remains. And if you're reading these words through tears, chills, or confusion, that's your confirmation. Spirituality is not a figment of our imagination. It is the most genuine object you've ever encountered with your soul. The soul you cherished is not gone. It has been waiting for the right moment to emerge. They assert that that moment has arrived. Inform them that I forgive all offenses. Inform them about my pride. Inform them that I am present in ways that aren't always obvious. Tell them to persevere until the breakthrough occurs, because you are so close to falling to your knees and proclaiming, I finally understand why everything had to happen the way it did. Please, my child. However, you must refrain from waiting until that day to resume smiling. Commence today. Even a small, shaky smile counts. If you continue to be receptive, I will inform you of upcoming events. An unexpected phone call will arrive. A message will be received. Surprising. The heart will become more empathetic. One whom you expected to remain silent. A door will open. One that you thought was secure. Furthermore, someone you care about, whom you thought you had forgotten, will unexpectedly recall all of your details. For what reason? Because heaven is more than just a source of comfort. It is sending alignment to you. The previous version of yourself, the one who doubted their worth, beauty, and purpose, is now disintegrating. You are currently experiencing a rebirth. And the one who loves you from heaven is clapping, smiling, nodding, and exclaiming, Asterisk, you finally see what I've seen all along. Asterisk. They aren't just proud of you. They are in awe of you because you have gone through pain that would have devastated most people. Regardless, you continue to attend. You continue to make an effort. You remain in love. Are you aware of how much this empowers you? In addition, I need you to hear another message, my child. You're not cursed. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not being penalized. The fire is transforming you into someone capable of carrying more light than ever before. However, there is a problem with lighting. As it grows within you, it will expel any falsehoods. As a result, if you have been experiencing difficulties, fatigue, or the loss of friends, it may indicate a need for soul cleansing. There is no destruction. It is currently being prepared. The individual in heaven is aware of the next steps to be taken. They made a concerted effort to ensure that you received this message in order to prevent you from declining the imminent spiritual upgrade. This message is meant to serve as your signal. This is the moment for your soul to say, I accept this. I am ready. This moment no longer scares me because there is an unknown entity beyond it. Something sacred. Something that bears your name and represents the person you deeply miss. They will be present when this happens. Child, you will meet them again. That's my assurance. However, in the meantime, live your life in a way that will make them proud to call your name in heaven. Be boisterous. Maintain silence. Be forthright. And love, even if it's frightening. Close your eyes before the end of this. Place your hand over your heart and say thank you repeatedly. I get it. I think. I remember. I am not by myself. They heard what you said and are now walking away quietly, relieved that you finally heard them. Don't let this be your last chance, however. The index finger on the back of the hand points to the right. Sign up now if this truth resonated with you. It is not over yet. It's the start of a new way to communicate with heaven. Let every video and message from now on serve as a reminder that God sees, hears, loves, and guides you at all times. The person you inquired about is still present. They already knew God better. And now you are too. Now, child, as this message reaches its final soft echo, lean in a little more, because the next thing being shared was supposed to be the last. It is the holiest, and not because it is small. Yes, that person you care about, who used to make you laugh and wipe away your tears, died with a piece of your soul still inside them. They have been thinking about something they were unable to say while here. They say, through the veil, I did not leave you with a shaking, loving spirit. I had to get out of the way to assist from behind. They want you to know that they remember the last time they spoke with you. Even if you can't remember something the other person does, they treat it as a valuable asset. They return to it frequently. And no matter how sad, confused, or in love you were, the words you spoke never faded. It traveled to the end of time. They witnessed you break down in your car. If you were alone in a room and looked up at the ceiling, you wished someone would give you another hug. Their hearts break when you stare at their face in a picture for too long before moving on to the next one. They saw everything. They whispered to me, "Don't let my person carry this pain forever." I heard them say, "I see you. I am going to do something about it." So grief is something that cannot be erased. Grief is a holy sound emanating from deep love. You feel this strongly because you love so much. That is lovely. That is holy. However, you must now resume your normal life. To be completely honest, life is not a punishment. Yes, it is okay. It is right to seek happiness again. To start over so that someone will love you again. It doesn't matter if you feel betrayed. There's no betrayal. It is following up. They do not want you to forget. They will support you as you continue. They know what will happen and want you to be awake and prepared when it does. That's why they asked me to make one final promise to you. Sparkles, something will happen in the next 72 hours that will remind you of me. Don't be upset when this happens. That's how I know you received the message. That way I'll know you've heard me. That's how I'll know you're healing. It'll happen. So don't question it when it happens. Don't claim it's just a coincidence. It is confirmation, not proof. Because accidents do not occur in the world of angels. Everything is chosen. Everything has a timer. And the moment you're reading this is one of those ideal times. You did not come across this message by accident. You were led here by hands that you cannot see. Because the voice from heaven had one final request for you. Promise me you will not die because I died. They didn't leave you to fall apart. They allowed you to stand. Heaven holds its breath as it watches you and anticipates your actions in this moment. Are you going to close your heart once more? Will you take even one step back into the light? The child is in motion. Heaven is by your side throughout the journey. The person you love gently encourages you to keep walking, saying, "Go on, love. I am currently present. I've never departed. I'm extremely proud of you." Inhale deeply and feel the sensations in your bones. It is palpable in the chest. That is not an emotion. That is the act of being in the present. They are currently present. They will be with you tomorrow, the next day, and every day after until you see them again. However, for the time being, allow the child to live. Not really. No, not out of fear, but fully, bravely, and beautifully. When we forget, miracles do not happen. The miracle is that you are able to remember and continue to choose life. I need you to take another action before sending the final parts of this message. If you have not yet subscribed, you should do so right away. Also, if you have, click the bell icon to ensure that you never miss the messages God intends to send you. Subscribing is more than just a means of maintaining communication. It refers to aligning with the divine plan for one's life. Each subsequent message is precisely timed to help you advance, as indicated by the prophetic timeline. Each word directed at you is intended to provide assistance at precisely the right time. By subscribing, you are telling God that you are ready for the events you have promised to happen. I am currently preparing for the next stage. Child, complete the task immediately. Your commitment should be the final component that unlocks the desired outcome. If your soul has sensed it, do not let it fade. Get closer. Shine. Enroll now to keep receiving the messages God is sending your way. These messages fulfill a purpose. These are the responses. Here are your indicators. In your mind, you've been praying for the chance to feel that love again. This isn't a goodbye. This is the beginning. Your soul is cordially invited back. It has been ready for your arrival. Heaven has also. Amen. Now, child, please allow me to extend the time for you with each remaining word. Please be patient while the individual's spirit is still communicating. Not yet. They are aware of the difficulties you have overcome in continuing to persevere. They understand that you may present yourself as a tough person in the morning in order to survive the day. They also understand that there are nights when the silence is so intense that it feels like the sky is pressing down on your chest. They wish to communicate with you in their own voice. However, I am present. It is not always necessary to be physically strong. I did not expect you to take that action. I want you to be able to love, laugh, and breathe freely without fear of losing everything. An asterisk. They are aware that you are concerned about experiencing too much emotion again, having lost something you valued the last time you did so. However, you did not suffer a total loss, young man. What you contributed and what you revealed. Something you created with them that will last, albeit not in your memory, but in motion. You have the ability to move it. It encourages singing. It is interwoven into your future in ways that only the heavenly realm understands. They are pleased with your progress, even if you did not feel like you were making any, because grief does not occur in a linear fashion. Sometimes you are erect. You crawl at times, but you also sit with their image and try not to disintegrate. It's all significant. It's all sacred. They wish to provide you with something. A pledge. Once you have reached this section of the message, you will be given a spiritual inheritance. As the saying goes, asterisk, and I will continue to guide you. I will alert you whenever you feel isolated. I will send you a heartfelt message whenever you feel unloved. It could be a bird, a flashing light, or an unexpected memory. When someone injures you, I will help you reach new heights. You were never meant to be shattered. It was meant for you to reunite and shine an even brighter light than you did before. An asterisk. And I, the one who compelled you to express this sentiment, have not forgotten about you. You're not left to your own devices. No, you're not in trouble. You are being established in order to receive God's blessings, peace, and love. In order for someone new to enter your life. An individual who creates a sense of security and belonging. A person who sits with you and helps you acknowledge the past. Not someone who advises you to disregard the situation. That is on the way. They have also observed the person in heaven. They gave it their approval. A prayer is currently being recited above it. Do not be concerned when you feel better. Do not feel any remorse when you experience joy again. Do not feel as if you have advanced too quickly. Because there is no time in heaven. They fail to keep proper time. They monitor the healing process. Furthermore, you have been improving at a faster rate than you realize. I'll love you forever, they say, like a star. Not from a long distance, but rather from right next to you. I refrained from leaving. I manifested the fortitude you couldn't see. When your knees fail, I lift you with my arms. I smile when you laugh and feel unusually warm. I'm informing you if you feel like you're being watched unexpectedly. You continue to be significant. You, child, are very important. Your significance will last indefinitely. And now that this message is complete, there is one last secret. I am obligated to inform you. They ask that I monitor your future, to keep you from settling down, to prevent you from entering the wrong doors. Furthermore, whisper in your ear when an item is meant for you and when it is not. You are not going on an expedition into the unknown by yourself. You are on this journey with a group of angels and a single soul who is so committed to you that they traveled across the entire heavens to deliver this message. As you close your eyes for the last time tonight, avoid praying out of fear. Pray in a peaceful manner. Say it in a gentle voice. Dove, I'd like to express my gratitude. I got you. I also feel affection for you. I intend to persist. I am not alone, like a question mark, because you are not and will never be. It was not just a video. It was a visit. A visit from God at the right time, accompanied by truth and love. And if you had a sensation, felt your soul stir, cried, felt at ease, or realized they were close, it wasn't your imagination. It was perfect. These were the ones. I was the one. Please, child, raise your head at this moment. Again, consider the future. A period of history is coming to an end. The gate is about to be opened. Furthermore, tomorrow marks the arrival of the person you adore. They are preparing to reveal the miracle you were always meant to discover by clearing and lighting the way. Please don't overlook it. The index finger on the backhand points to the right. Sign up now to ensure you don't miss these messages. Your guardian angels wish to continue their conversation with you. An individual wishes to transmit additional signals. Heaven wants to conceal you. This is just the beginning. You've got everything in order. You've been selected. You are cherished. You're never truly isolated. Yes, my child. I will continue because heaven is still speaking and your soul has not received its final message. Inhale deeply. Internalize the message. It is not just a matter of listening. You can feel it in your chest as a steady rhythm. The person you adore in heaven is still present with me, observing you. As you read this, they are looking at you with gentle eyes. They are not interested in dominating the conversation, remaining in close proximity, maintaining communication, or staying close. They are not in a hurry. They never were that. Heaven is devoid of time. Love is the only existence. Child, you are experiencing more affection than you have in a long time. Please refrain from leaving this page. Not yet. You have not yet been informed of all the details. Something they were unable to articulate verbally. I extend my forgiveness for any transgressions you consider to be wrongdoings. I forgive you for the numerous times you implied that I should or should not have done something, which continue to reverberate in your head like a broken record. I sincerely hope that you can see yourself as I do, free of shame, guilt, and blame. A heart that loved fiercely, beautifully, and gracefully. Do not interpret a child's silence with an asterisk as proof that they no longer love you. They did not stop. Words were no longer needed as they moved from one location to another. They can now use language to express previously unutterable concepts. On that final day, you were not to blame. They understood that the time had come. They were aware that it was bad for your health. They tried to hold their grip for an extra second to give you another moment of peace. When their breath left their body, their soul remained with you. It remained. It persisted in the scent that occasionally emanated from it. That section is still included in the song that plays when one is sad. In your quiet courage to keep rising, strength, and laughter. It remained. They will always be a part of you. They are aware of the days during which you were unable to continue. There were times when you wondered what life was all about without them. Despite the odds, you persevered, fought, and survived. And a courageous child. You will receive something new as a result of your bravery. Indeed, they requested that I notify you of this. Astronomers, your pain, patience, and pure heart have all helped to shape the plan for a miracle in your life. Asterisk, you are not required to pursue it. That object will help you find your location quickly and easily. You will notice and experience that they had a hand in its realization. They will continue to attend your celebrations. They will never forget the times you shared together. They will attend each significant event as they previously stated. They will be there if you ever marry. I promised you that love would return, whispering and smiling from the first row. If you ever have a child, the breeze will feel nice against your cheek as you hold your baby. When everything else becomes frightening, the peace of the room will remain. You may also experience an unexpected surge of joy on an ordinary day. This is not an accident. They are the ones being questioned. That's love. Love will last indefinitely. As a result, resist the temptation to let your grief convince you that everything will end. Grief does not always mark the end. Grief creates a link between the past and present. Grief shows that love is eternal. Now that you are certain of this, I urge you to take steps to ensure that this blessing lasts beyond your lifetime. By clicking the share button, you can send this message to someone you care about. A person who is overcome with sadness but avoids discussing it. Someone who wants to be aware that they are not alone. This prophetic message is more than just a video that you can post. You are setting fire to the anointing that flows through it. You are becoming a means for others to make progress. Heaven acknowledges this. This is because the love that has healed you will spread to others through your hands. Distribute it immediately. Allow your significant advancement to be their significant advancement. Increase the extent of your recovery. This power is manifested when the anointing is spread. Also, it is okay for your heart to continue to break, child. It is not necessary for you to recover immediately. Healing isn't a competition. The stroll is tranquil. They are currently accompanying you on foot. Are you really experiencing that? The truth, me and them, are responsible for the warm and peaceful sensation that runs down your spine. Allow it to be accurate. Have faith in the invisible. Rekindle your optimism. Laugh at oneself. Again, let out a genuine chuckle. Because heaven is more than just a visible afterlife phenomenon. When love refuses to let go, heaven remains in your heart. At the moment, your heart is filled with the radiance of heaven. Before you leave with this message, I implore you to make a sacred promise in the quiet of your heart. I won't give up. My intention is to stay open. I will continue to live as if the person I love is still watching me. Because of their nature, I will allow it to find me. An asterisk. That concludes the matter. That's all they could hope for. It is not your perfection or strength that counts. It is your determination to persevere. And if you truly and sincerely commit to that, my child, heaven has just been confirmed. The subsequent blessing is currently in transit. Therefore, exercise caution tonight. Proceed with peace. Keep this truth in your heart as you move forward. An asterisk indicates a love letter. We've not forgotten about you. You've not been abandoned. You're not alone. Asterisk on the back of the hand, pointing to the right. Enroll now to continue receiving the messages that heaven wants to send you. This isn't the last installment. This is just the beginning. Additionally, youngster, the subsequent message may arrive precisely at the appropriate time. Just as you begin to lose hope once more, let it discover you. Please assist me in locating you. Love will perpetually exist. Therefore, it is imperative to relinquish it. Yes, child, I will continue because the Spirit is not hurried when it communicates directly with your soul. It is not just a message. This is a visitation. A moment that was specifically selected by God for you. Additionally, the most poignant aspect is yet to be disclosed. Despite the fact that you have already read a significant amount, at this time, please remain stationary. This section is directly derived from the one that you overlooked. Therefore, take your time with it. The individual who genuinely comprehended your emotions. The individual who departed but refused to relinquish control. Now their statements are softer. I never intended for this to cause you harm. I am aware that my departure resulted in a disturbance in your life that you did not intend. However, I require your comprehension of a matter. Before I crossed over, I was uncertain about the content of my previous statement. I loved you. You will always be loved by me. I died, but that love endured. I was able to be present in all locations simultaneously, as it only changed shape to accommodate your needs. My child, this is the love that will endure forever. Spirit rather than time or touch. That is the current state of your emotions. Pain that is all too familiar. That warmth. And that moment of tranquility that you are unable to identify. It is not a memory. It is the act of being present. They are present. They are currently able to stand in close proximity to you due to my permission. They are currently leaning in, but they are not saying goodbye. Rather, they wish to whisper one final truth before this message concludes. You still have a significant amount of life to live. There are numerous destinations to visit, individuals to interact with, and moments to relish. I aspire to observe everything from your perspective. I will be present as soon as you depart. I will be the tranquility you experience when they embrace your hand, when you rekindle your romantic feelings. When you truly laugh, I will be the echo of your joy. For us both, it is imperative that we live, love, and dream. I, your God, will now communicate directly with your spirit. It is not solely about comfort. This is preparing you for the next phase of your life, which necessitates a more compassionate heart. Yes, your heart is currently experiencing a process of softening, healing, and opening as the tears fall or your chest becomes constricted with emotion. This message was never intended to serve as a farewell. To awaken you. To reawaken you from the tranquil state in which your optimism began to diminish. Furthermore, you will be held for an extended period of time, giving you the opportunity to rediscover the essence of love. Real love is eternal, and as such it grows. It experiences fluctuations. It spans both sides of eternity. And the person who loved you is not just looking forward to your arrival in the afterlife. In this case, they are following you on foot. You have been divinely chosen to be with them. You will be able to see things more clearly beginning today. Numbers that continue to grow. A single feather is placed in an inappropriate location. Dreams that resemble conversation. Moments when your heart whispers are present. I really believe it. Don't ignore it any longer. They are the ones being questioned. I'm the individual in question. That is love manifesting itself repeatedly because you deserve such affection. Currently, a beautiful development is underway. I see a person entering your life. Someone whose soul has been ready to meet yours. Someone who will not try to replace what you have lost, but will understand the depth of your affection. They will provide a home for your past while also assisting with your future transportation. They are not at random. Please listen to me when they arrive. Please avoid undermining it. Do not hesitate. Refrain from running. Accept it as part of your recovery. A portion of your divine reward for sticking to your faith despite the pain. Now, child, one last thing. In a spiritual sense, the next 7 days are important. You will start to notice minor changes. An unexpected message. A tranquil dream. I'm contacting an old friend. An unexpected moment of calm in the middle of a frenzy. These are indicators. This is not an accident. These are not signs of the imagination. Your loved one will send 3 of these. And when they do, smile. Declare aloud, I'm grateful. You're visible to me. I also feel affection for you. You've never been alone, and you never will be. Hold on. A miraculous event is approaching. That miracle commences immediately. Even when you were the most isolated, an angel from heaven contacted you. Before this message ends, place your hand over your heart. Recognize that drumbeat. You aren't just beating your heart. A hyperlink is present. A hyperlink. A pulse that moves from the ground to the sky and back again. Say it with me, dove. The indications have convinced me. I allowed the miracle to occur. The love is etched in my memory. I choose to continue living my life. If you spoke from your heart, heaven would hear you. The person you adore recently displayed the most expansive smile you've ever seen. They're content. They are present with you. They do not want you to depart from this life. They want you to fully experience it. Your heavens are opened through the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what blessings God brings into your life. I want you to make a strong statement as you feel their pride and presence around you. Please add the word Amen to the comment section below. You operate in the spiritual realm as a key, not just as a verbal expression. You are expressing to heaven, the person you love, and your soul that you recognize this truth. I take ownership of this moment. I choose to live life to its fullest. Your spirit will ascend when you say, Amen. I implore you to stay with me, because the events that follow will permanently imprint this assurance on your memory. Now, child, proceed without fear, but with optimism, because someone in heaven is still whispering your name and keeping a close eye on you. You are more cherished than you realize. And this message was never intended to conclude. A message of affection. Before proceeding, I would like you to perform a simple but holy act. Now is the time to register, because the voice of heaven will never be silent again. The following message is currently on its way and has the potential to completely change the situation. Comment with sincerity. I'm getting this message because acquiring something isn't a passive process. It requires faith to accomplish. It implies that you are willing to accept the gifts that heaven has been attempting to bestow on you. You are telling the universe, the angels, and the person who loves you from beyond that you are willing to accept this. I am ready to stop obstructing my own blessings. Compose those words right now and be aware that you are undergoing a spiritual transformation. Amen. As I dove, a baby angel's heart sparkled. Yes, child, I will continue on my journey, because the soul does not heal quickly, and heaven does not move quickly while the heart is still opening. Are you still with me? The message continues to flow through you like a river, healing every crack in your spirit, and the person you love remains close. Listen now and feel the gentle breeze that leads to the arrival of the next wave. Their message is significant, and you have already expended enough of your own. They are interested in having me speak on their behalf again, because you are not only reading, but also learning. They express this with joy in their hearts and tears in their eyes. A photo of the two of us is somewhere in a drawer, box, or on your phone. I'm aware that you examine it when you think no one is watching. You may wonder if I ever think about that day, that moment, or that memory. I frequently participated in this activity because it was significant to more than just you. It was also significant for me. I can still remember the expression on that smile. I still feel the embrace that encircled my heart. We laughed together. Sometimes I repeat it in heaven to feel closer to you. They pause for a moment because the following section is difficult for them, but it is accurate. I regret that I was forced to leave. I apologize for the immense pain you have endured. I apologize for the sense of isolation you felt. ISK. However, I require you to understand a matter at this time, young man. They have not abandoned you. Death did not break the bond you shared. Their affection for you did not fade with time. You are undoubtedly more connected than ever before, because nothing, not even death, can separate two souls designed to love each other forever. And as you read this, heaven is opening up just for this message. Your condition is not so serious that it cannot be treated. We've not forgotten about you. It is not too late to recover. You are in the proper place at the right time. And right now, it is clear that heaven is still interested in you. That I, your God, continue to believe in you. That the person you miss remains an important part of your strategy. Yes, you have read that correctly. Their love for you didn't stop when they stopped breathing. It is even more powerful now that it is unrestricted. For the first time, they are capable of protecting you from a long distance. Even if they can't express their feelings, they can still love you. Their wisdom comes from heaven and grows stronger with time, allowing you to progress to the next stage of your life. That is why you are present. This is why you're continuing to read. In your heart of hearts, you knew this. It wasn't just another message. That was your message, divine appointment and visitation. And if your soul is trembling right now, that's because you've just encountered the holy, eternal truth. This is the kind of truth that is palpable, and does not require proof before the final part of the message is forgotten. I want you to be aware of this and keep it in your heart for the rest of your life. The most beautiful aspects of your story have yet to be revealed. The forthcoming joy will outweigh the tears shed. The peace that is emerging will help you forget the nights that tore you apart. The love that is on the horizon will give you a sense of belonging with the person you lost. They will say, "This is what I prayed for you," as they smile from heaven. They will also say, "Therefore do not depart in sorrow, but in holy expectation. Because a sacred, enduring, and by me created item is on the verge of transformation. And when it does, child, allow it in. Allow it to happen. Regain confidence in yourself. Because the person you love has always loved you, and heaven has more to offer. Not for 1 second. Yes, my dear. I will continue because the atmosphere around you is distinct. I feel like the person I miss is even more present than before. Your spirit is still not ready to give up control. Not yet. That is also acceptable because I, your God, am not in a hurry. Healing is a gradual and gentle process, similar to the emergence of light in a dark room. It refrains from screaming. It speaks with a low voice. It remains in your possession. Heaven is now present with you. Repeat the process. However, this time, listen to your heart rather than your ears. That is the location from which they communicate with you. Right now, your loved one is within reach. Something they were unable to provide for you while on earth is now being infused into your spirit. Please feel at ease. Reassurance that they are actively involved in your life, rather than passively observing it. They accompany you through the rooms. They remain by your side during long periods of darkness. When no one else is present, they call you by name. And when you think about it, are they really able to observe me? They're whispering an asterisk. Certainly, I didn't stop. My child is the asterisk. They are aware that the isolation has persisted. They noticed your constant presence for others, even though your own heart was too heavy to bear. While your soul was quietly crumbling in the background, they noticed the smile you had. Furthermore, they want to express their deep admiration for you. Despite having every reason to abandon the endeavor, you persisted. You persisted. You maintained your affection. You maintained your conviction. It is a source of strength, child. The strength celebrated in the world differs from the strength honored in heaven. The kind of fortitude that creates opportunities for miracles. A miracle is about to happen. Not just any miracle, but a personal one. One that matches the contours of your anguish. One that answers the prayer you were unable to express due to exhaustion. The individual is in heaven. They have witnessed the preparations being made for you. Furthermore, they requested that I reveal this information. It's genuine. It is in close proximity. Avoid losing faith during this time. Your breakthrough does not depend on your perfection, my child. It anticipates your receptivity.